it really takes a lot to stand up in the world and be seen in a certain way, whether that's speaking up in a meeting at work, or being really honest with a family member, or changing career direction, or ending or starting a relationship. It really takes a lot to be who you are, to just you do you. And that's why it's so important that if you find that you are the trigger for someone else, whether they are kind of giving you hints or they've literally told you, like my friend told me, is that you remember that with love, that's all their stuff. Hi, it's Lucy Sheridan, the comparison coach. Welcome to a new video, and very, very warm welcome to my channel. Please make sure you subscribe. I'm bringing you fresh new videos every Sunday and every Wednesday. And if you're looking at me in between those times, go and have a binge. Now, as my job title suggests, I am the comparison coach. So they'll see me talking an awful lot about comparison, and you're not going to find me apologising for that. I do want to take a slightly different angle today though, and provide a bit of insight I think will be really, really helpful. There often is the case that I'm talking and you're experiencing comparison where you're being triggered by someone else, and maybe feelings of jealousy or insecurity or uncertainty are coming up because of what you're seeing on social media or other places, and it's making you compare yourself to other people. But what about when you are the comparison trigger? That is something that you've done, something you've posted on social media, something you've said, makes other people compare themselves to you, and then rolls on consequences for that. Now, I took part and was delighted to be a guest on Emma Gannon's multi-million listened to podcast Control Alt Delete. I'll put a link to that in the video notes. But that was a big part of our conversation, was what about when you're working your socks off, good things are happening for you, whether that's in your relationship, your work, your health, whatever it is, and yet other people decide they want to give you some brutal advice, or they say to you that I just can't be around you anymore, or even worse, they just go completely cold on you. It can really, really hurt when you realise you're the comparison trigger. I've experienced it too. I once had someone that I know book a Skype with me, and I hadn't seen him in 2 or 3 years, but on the start of my coaching work journey, we'd been in contact. He booked a Skype with me, and then basically said to me that he was really surprised at how well I was doing, and that he hadn't really been behind me up until now, but he hoped that, but he was feeling better about it now, and basically kind of said that I had made him feel like poop. And that was so disorientating and so surprising. But I noticed also, in other behaviours from people, that I was a comparison trigger as well. It really takes a lot to stand up in the world and be seen in a certain way, whether that's speaking up in a meeting at work, or being really honest with a family member, or changing career direction, or ending or starting a relationship. It really takes a lot to be who you are, to just you do you. And that's why it's so important that if you find that you are the trigger for someone else, whether they are kind of giving you hints or they've literally told you, like my friend told me, is that you remember that with love, that's all their stuff. It has nothing to do with you. People are going to talk about you and people aren't going to like you, but unfortunately none of that is any of your business. We simply must not let the feedback and, if I may be blunt, the insecurities of others, and hey, I get them too, I'm a comparison coach after all, we can't let the feedback, insecurities and judgments of others affect us and affect the progress we're making when it comes to going for our dream. Life is just too short. So if you find out and it becomes obvious that you are being comparison trigger, I would ask you to make sure that you're being really kind to the other person and be kind to yourself as well. If their behaviour gets a little bit funky, get yourself out of there, because you don't owe anyone anything. But more than this, know that your intention is right. Know this, that you have to go forward and go into your stretchy growth zone, and we can't just stay still. We've got to go for our dreams. So a totally different angle of comparison for today's video, but I hope if you've noticed that you're the trigger, this brings some comfort, and also it'll allow you to look out for it in the future as well, because if you are just doing you and you are going for your dream, you are going to trigger people. It's just part of the experience. So definitely want to save this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please do meet me in the comments, or check send me a message, direct message me on Instagram, and I'll be right back to you soon.